Because Chris is the test dummy for the water skiing portion being pulled behind the truck camper, that means I have to drive the big boy truck.
I looked it up. This is not illegal.
My leg is shaking. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Yeah! Oh my God.
Mona, are you ready? Are you ready for adventure?
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And you might not be able to tell it down here in South Texas because it's like 90-something degrees, but we are approaching autumn.
Which means what, Chris?
Fair season. I was just in the local HEB, and as recent converts to Texas, we've never actually seen Big Tex here, but we saw him on this advertisement for Shinerbach beer, and we realized we haven't ever been to a state fair together, and we haven't been to a state fair period in several years, so we want to kind of have our own state fair here today on the beach.
So what that means is something like a fun ride and state fair food.
Interest you fellas in a fried banana?
You can fry a banana?
We've really been hooked on watching these state fair food YouTube channels, absolutely having a blast eating the absolutely worst looking fried hot brown trash. So, you know, we got that on the menu for today. And we also want to try something that I've never seen done before, but I've wanted to do my whole life. And we alluded to it in another video with a skimboard.
We got water skis.
So we're going to try a little water skiing on the beach, have a little fair food, and just have a fun carnival day down here in South Texas. Come on.
So we both grew up water skiing, and it's definitely not one of the cool water sports anymore.
But we're not good at water skiing. I don't slalom, I don't do tricks, I drag behind a boat like a dork, but it's fun. Torque lift fast guns here, and our torque lift tie down system, which is hooked to our frame, which is on the side of the truck, which will be handy because the ocean is also on the side of the truck.
Because Chris is the test dummy for the water skiing portion being pulled behind the truck camper, that means I have to drive the big boy truck. And it's a manual, and I do know how to drive a manual, not incredibly comfortable with it, but I know enough, and he showed me that we're gonna try starting in second gear, and water ski towing is usually about 20 miles per hour, so we'll see how this goes. We also typically film on the National Seashore, which is federal national park property, and we instead try to scout out this part of beach that is owned by the county and not federal, because you can use drones on this beach. There's actually people using drones to put their fishing lines in the water while we were scouting it out. But we have this entire mile behind us, and there's no turtles, there's no debris, there's no people, so it should be just a long enough stretch for us to get some water skiing in.
All right, so we're gonna get the life jacket on just to, I looked it up. This is not illegal. I can't find any way it would be illegal, but I'm gonna wear a life jacket just in case there's some thing about that. And it's, you know, carnival, state fair, it's safety first. You've seen the guys who do carnival safety and double check the latch. You know, you ain't coming out of there. Same kind of deal. I'm pretty much a carny at this point, doing my own safety gear. But we're gonna try to keep the truck out of the salt water and try to keep it in the dry, packed down sand. And I think the regular ski rope's gonna be long enough. But I think we're ready to suit up into my little baby life jacket and give this a go.
I got the larger one.
Feels very much, even though it's after Labor Day, feels very much Labor Day weekend, and I'm double 17. Down to the Texas beach to do a little water skiing. Hey, little Alan Jackson poem that is.
Labor Day weekend, he was double 17. Are you ready? Because I'm nervous.
It's gonna be weird because you're gonna be starting skiing from at an angle like parallel to the truck, so it's gonna be weird to keep the truck out of the salt water and the length of our rope. It's gonna be an awkward way to start, so it might not work, but we'll see. Let this truck pass. And then what? Just pull it forward a little, but leave a little slack. That's good.
Okay, ready? Okay. So go fast?
I mean, don't kill me, but faster than that.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Just kidding. All right, ready? Ah! Okay! Yeah! Oh my God! My leg is shaking. I'm so excited. Oh my God! We've been trying for so many days.
There it is. That's it. Right there. That's it. That's it.
You did! That was such a good run!
We made it happen, and just like any carnival or state fair, Texas State Fair, you know, safety was the utmost importance. You know, fairs are classic for their safety protocol, so we did have a life jacket. That went really smooth. We just popped right up. First try, really surprised. I guess I'm that good of a skier. Definitely didn't take 2 hours and about 100 attempts on the beach.
And I definitely didn't stall the truck repeatedly. Oh my God, embarrassing. Are you embarrassed?
Yep, this is a manual transmission truck, and she don't drive it all the time. And this ZF6s in these old Fords are a little bit notchy, not the smoothest in the world, these old diesels.
Yeah.
So, but we made it happen. And if you notice, I have a little bit longer facial hair than I did yesterday, if you're paying that much of attention. We tried to film this yesterday, and apparently this section of beach is a nudist hangout.
For the older single man
older
community.
gentlemen. There were several older gentlemen that were not knocking anybody what they're doing, but when you're trying to film and put things on the internet, you don't want to film a bunch of naked people, a bunch of naked strangers. So we tried to film this yesterday and had to come back today because of the influx of nudism going on here.
It was just a lot of single older men in trucks just kind of congregating in one area, and we don't know what that's about, so we just left.
Interest you fellas in a fried banana?
All right, to keep up with the Texas State Fair theme, we are going to play another fun game. That was a ride, now we're going to play a fun game.
Like all the other carnival games, what do you have in store?
Let's go set up our next carnival game.
We're throwing some balls in some bottles, or?
The game's made up and the points don't matter.
Where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Ew! Ew, ew, ew.
All right, to keep up with our Texas State Fair theme, we don't have carnival games like whack-a-mole, but we have suck-a-hole.
I was unprepared for that.
Okay, that didn't sound as good as maybe I thought it did, but suck a shrimp out of a hole. Suck a weird, creepy little shrimp out of a hole. Suck a hole.
Yeah, suck a hole.
Suck a hole. So we're playing suck a hole for this bait. And again, these are ghost shrimp,
Ew.
which are otherworldly looking and live in little holes in the sand here on the Texas shoreline.
Boop. How many holes have you sucked?
Sucking a lot of holes out here. Sucking a lot of holes, not very many shrimp. Feels like this version is not creating a lot of great suction, but even if it was, not seeing a lot of shrimp. Some days we come out here and it seems like they're constantly in about every hole you suck on. Not a lot of success sucking on these holes out here today. Well, I'm gonna keep at it for a few minutes.
I said it's more like a carnival game where like
You're gonna lose.
Keep throwing money at it, and yeah, you're more likely to lose than win.
It's stacked against you. I didn't bring a cast net today, and it would have been a great day. There's fish everywhere here.
There's a dead seagull and a caracara flying around. Let me go get Chris real fast. Good. There's a dead seagull and a caracara over there.
Oh, that's cool. It's eating it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's flying around, but I think it's gonna come down and eat it. The caracara is our new favorite bird, and we love it because it's a falcon that has very vulture-like behavior, and it's very rare to see in the United States. It's really only in Texas and one little spot in Florida. So it's a very rare bird unless you're down in southern Texas.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Is he gonna fly away?
Oh, he's flying away. Oh my God, he dropped it from his beak and caught it with his feet.
That's the coolest thing.
That's like pure athleticism in the air. That's so cool.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. That's new favorite bird, and that was super, very impressive. I'm very glad we got that on camera.
That feels like a
cool
BBC moment.
I just want to show you guys this super cute table that we made out of items we just had laying around. This is Elizabeth's old skimboard.
From when I was like 9.
Super old and wasn't getting used anymore. It's kind of warped. So I cut a hole in the middle of it, and we had this old piece of PVC pipe laying around in the basement of the house we're renting, and that's going to be our grill table. Isn't that a cool beach table?
Whoa.
There's no metal, nothing to rust. It's PVC and wood. Literally nothing to rust or corrode, and it all comes apart, and there's no fasteners. So that's going to be our grill table. And now we can get to our grill and show you, if you're familiar with our merch, our new hot brown design. We have a custom grill that we have developed that Elizabeth painted.
So basically, we made a hot brown shirt design. I don't know if you want to show them.
So I'll throw a shirt on real quick and show you guys to go with our hot brown themed merch. So if you're interested in some merch, and we did a little poll, and this was the most popular design choice for us to create. So Elizabeth got out the iPad and some art software and designed this hot brown design. Very subtle, but it says everything like a good design should.
It should. It's hot on brown.
Genius. So simple.
So then we transfer this design to our grill that actually makes the hot brown.
So simple, so chic. Now we don't have this available because this is a one-off. And what we're going to make with this today is going to be some more Texas State Fair themed hot brown. Kind of a Tex-Mex, fusion, Asian, fun food.
Last video, I was solo and I had set up a crab trap, and I was like, oh, Chris and I are gonna have a lovely crab dinner. Well, we still have the crabs actually, so I threw them in the freezer because Chris had a brilliant idea for a dish and we wanted to save it for this video. So we've been waiting to use these beautiful blue crabs to go on the grill to make. Do I unveil it now?
Go ahead, let it rip. Let them know.
We're making crab rangoon chimichangas.
I'm very excited about this.
Crab rangoon chimichangas.
From everything we could find online, the chimichanga is Tex-Mex invented in Texas. It's from what we can find. Some say Arizona,
Yes.
but some say Texas.
It's at least in the US, so it's a fusion of some sort. And the crab rangoon is also invented in the US.
So it's a double whammy of multiculturalism that's all going to end up being hot and brown.
So first step is grilling these. Most people boil blue crab, but we've actually grilled them in the past and they turned out delicious. So we're gonna do the same here with this grill. Oh no, what happened to your elbow?
I've never had sandburn before, but I got it today. Wrecking in 1-inch deep water is a lot different than wrecking in 30-foot deep water because our rope has to be short enough to where we can get the water skiing and the truck in the same frame to film. We had to keep the rope shorter, and the rope being shorter means I had to ski in shallower water. Very difficult, a lot of learning experience, and that was the hardest water skiing I've ever done in my life. All right, so our crabs look like they are not blue anymore or gray, and they're nice and orange colored, which means they're done.
And they're gonna go on this orange tray, which looks very much like a Whataburger fast food tray.
It's from Walmart, but we like to keep things on theme. You know, we do a lot of themes in our videos, very Texas themed.
And now comes the painstaking process of, well, when these cool down, peeling them and getting as much crab meat out as possible. So we'll see.
Give us a few minutes and we're gonna turn this into about 2 teaspoonful sizes of crab meat.
Not as much crab meat as you would get if you were using imitation crab, but still, that is some sweet meat from the bay into the bowl. While I was doing all of the crab filleting, if you will, Chris was doing literally everything else. So he fried up corn and put in some green diced chilies, oh, and green onion, and then the cream cheese. So now will come the hardest part, which will be the rolling of the chimichanga. I always put too much, so hopefully that's good. Fold the side, wrap it over, tuck. For those who do not know, a chimichanga is just a fried burrito, and a crab rangoon is essentially a fried wonton, so we're switching the wonton wrapper for a tortilla. Rangchanga, rangchanga.
I'm very excited about this. I really love state fair food. We didn't have an opportunity to go to the state fair this year, and we haven't in multiple years. Of course, we work outside of YouTube, so we pretty much work 7 days a week. We're either making videos for this or working our full-time job. So we had to bring the fair to us when we could. We have our dipping sauce here.
Which is a sweet and sour sauce, like what you would always dip a normal crab rangoon in.
Tex-Mex, chimichanga, chimigoon. I'm not sure.
Rangchanga.
It's all very ugly names, but I love all of them. I'm gonna take my microphone off because I hate the sound of mastication.
It's really good.
Super good.
I think this would actually be really good with imitation crab because imitation crab has a very strong flavor, whereas blue crab is a little more subtle and sweet.
We did scary ride, we played a game, we had some delicious fair food. Now I think we're gonna go look for the freak show, which is herping.
Yes, so all in the dunes, as other people have commented, is snake territory and lizard territory. So there's gotta be herps in there somewhere, and the sun is starting to come down, which means they should be starting to come out.
So we're gonna go herping.
So these are rattlesnake tongs. do not, that's, honey, that's Christopher. But we're just gonna kind of walk along the base of the dunes because this is where a bunch of the lizards and insects come out. So we might be able to find something, and I've already seen a couple of knolls while we've been out here. So a bunch of the lizards keep running in and out of like this brush that's on the dunes. So they'll come out and pop in the sun, and then they see me obviously, and they run away down here. but there are some little rodent burrows in the middle. So there's like kangaroo rats here and I think one other rodent. So they're all kind of mingling along this sand dune. Chris.
What?
There's a glass lizard right there.
What is a glass lizard?
It's like the slender glass lizard. It's like the thing without legs.
That all sounds terrible. I already don't like herping. I don't like the sentence, it's the thing without legs.
Oh, it sees me, but it's not moving.
If you've guessed, I'm not a big herper on the channel.
It doesn't like me. It doesn't like me.
You sure don't got a rattly tail, right?
No, it doesn't. Ah, got it! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Okay, leg! Oh my gosh. Okay. So, this is a slender glass lizard. It's a legless lizard. So, you can tell that it is a lizard and in fact not a snake because it has eyelets, so it's been blinking, and it has external ear holes. And obviously its defense for being caught is rolling around in circles. But the reason why I'm holding it so close to its head is not because I think it's gonna bite me. It's because these are lizards, so they have the ability to drop their tail. This whole thing can drop off and wiggle around. It's over 60% of their body, or about 60%. But you can see that he has no legs. How freaking cool!
I didn't think we were actually going to get anything, and we were going to have to cut this portion saying that we were looking for a sideshow something.
This is
creepy.
The freak show, the thing that can move without legs, and it's a lizard, not a snake, but it looks like a snake. But oh yeah, blinking at me. You can see the external ear holes. Oh my gosh!
I did not think we were actually going to catch something. We cut a lot of stuff out of these videos that we say we're going to do, and it doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, like herping most of the time is a failure, so this was just a shot in the dark just to see if there's anything out. Look at that!
We're going to let our freak show go before he drops his tail.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to see that?
I am 100% sure.
But you love it. All right, does that sound feel good? Been in a hole all day? So the fishing's not very hot, but we are.
It's fair season, but it is South Texas, so it is very hot. It's in the 90s, so I think we're going to go cool off in our don't take if we want to keep on the fair theme.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to hop in this ocean. It is very clear today, and it's very nice. The wind just picked up, but it's really pretty and clear, so we're going to go hop in there and cool down. That was a blast. We haven't got to do any kind of state fair activities in literally years, so we had a lot of fun with this video. We hope you enjoyed it as well.
It was a lot more challenging than we thought, but when we finally made the water skis work, it was awesome.
Before we get out of here, I want to shill. Maybe Amarillo Sky is a little bit more your flavor and you're interested in some yellow merch. This is Candy Adventures and it has most of what we did today. It has a blue crab, it has our truck camper, it has a catfish. Close, we caught catfish, just not on camera. And so if you're interested in a little more subdued Candy Adventures merch that comes in some fun colors like this, go check them out. And before we get out of here, we'd like to say thank you to all our Patreon members and everybody who still comes and checks out our channel when we're not uploading. I promise you, we're working 7 days a week trying to make these videos happen. So we both work full-time jobs outside of this.
Yes.
And I'm basically using that as an excuse why our upload schedule is so slow.
We've tried multiple times. Every weekend we are out filming, but whether or not it's the weather or things just don't go right in order to make a video, we're still out here trying every single weekend.
We were beating ourselves up in a small craft advisory last week. We only had one day where we could film, and it was just unfilmable. The water was way too rough.
Yeah.
And then we tried to film this yesterday, and there was some
Naked people.
nudist issues. So I promise, I just want to say thank you for everybody who sticks around, because we're in the background. We're still here and we're still making videos. It's just sometimes things are out of our control.
Yes, so we appreciate it, and those that checked in on us on Facebook and Instagram and Patreon, we're still here. I tried to respond to messages, but yes, thank you so much.
All right, we're going to throw the drone up in the sky and roll on out of here because we got to go to work tomorrow, and we appreciate y'all for sticking around with us.
Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed your state fair, or did, wherever that is.